Yo guys, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be starting a new series. I've tried starting this several times before. We're gonna be doing the Baltimore Ravens season preview. How it's gonna go is I'm gonna do the season preview for all four teams in a division in order, and then I'm gonna do like a division recap, like who's gonna win that division, and then I'll go on and on and on. If that makes sense. If not, you'll see if you follow along. But today we're gonna be starting off with the AFC North, specifically the Baltimore Ravens in the AFC North. So first, let's go off based off expectations. High expectations this year, not only for Lamar Jackson but for the entire team. That O-line has a lot to live up for a very good season last year. Mark Ingram in their running game, and adding J.K. Dobbins, and then that defense, that very, very good defensive line that got better with Calais Campbell. That secondary, Marcus Peters, Marlon Humphrey, Earl Thomas, losing Tony Jefferson, and then that linebacking core who got better, adding Patrick Queen. Every single position or like position room on that team got significantly better, except I would say receiver. They didn't get worse, but Lamar Jackson only has a couple of weapons to throw to. You know, Hollywood Brown, Mark Andrews, you can say Willie Snead, Seth Roberts, but other than that, he really doesn't have a main guy to go to, and no real deep threat. Yes, Hollywood Brown is like the guy. He's a number one, but other than that, it's just checked down to one of the running backs, Seth Roberts, Willie Snead, or a big play from Hollywood Brown. So, and also losing Hayden Hurst, who was a big weapon. So, but they added some receiving talent overall. But overall, the receiving core did not get better, but they didn't get worse. They didn't really lose anybody significant. They also have Miles Boykin, who was rookie last year, who hopefully they can get him involved. So it's like they don't have weapons that could potentially become more of a weapon for Lamar Jackson, but right now they don't have that. So I'm expecting them to have a consistent season. They're not going to like blow teams out by 20 or get blown out. Every single game's going to be close. I don't see them having a season like they did last year. It's very, very hard to live up to it. Not only a 14-2 season, but a season where you just have the best offensive football. You know, very good passing game with Lamar. Right, you know, Lamar having over 1,000 yards, and the presence of Gus Edwards and Mark Ingram was incredible. And then that defense, like I said, it's going to be very hard to live up to that. Also with the division, better offense in that division. Hopefully the Browns can turn that thing around. And obviously the Pittsburgh Steelers with Big Ben back. So I don't think the Ravens are going to win the division. I think that will be the Steelers. But like I said, that's for another video when I talk about the Steelers and when I talk about who will win the AFC North. Two different videos. Stay tuned. But as a Cowboys fan, I try to make these videos unbiased. You know, I try to, because I'm an NFL fan as well. I am I consider myself, I know what I'm talking about. In other words, I think. So, the Ravens do have some holes. They didn't fill that right guard from Marshawn Yanda retiring. Can't repeat, but Yanda retiring is a huge loss. It's underrated. He's been the best right guard, one of the best O-linemen this decade, and he's going to be a Hall of Famer. Can't speak. Hall of Famer. He's just that good, and he's that important to that Ravens offense to where they didn't do much to replace him, and obviously you really can't since it was like a last-minute thing. I don't think that the Ravens will be able, like the Chiefs. When he had the 50 touchdown season, no one knew he was going to. Everyone knew, I should say. Everyone knew that he wasn't going to come back and throw 50 touchdowns again and have another MVP caliber season. Lamar Jackson is probably going to have a 1,000-yard rushing season, but he's not going to be as dominant. I'm sure teams are going to figure out how to stop him, how to stop Greg Roman's offense, and people are going to slowly figure out John Harbaugh's defense with loading the box with 4 linebackers, and the rest secondaries, and having one safety up top, Earl Thomas, and then just a casual mix of a 3-4 and a 4-3, just a casual defense. I mean, there's nothing else to explain. So, and there's not really much to evaluate. They're going to make the playoffs unless they have a significant injury. Also, that defense has a lot to do with what happens in the future with Earl Thomas, the off-the-field issues. And also, his guaranteed money is slowly not being as high as it was in his first year, which there could be a chance they release him. But, like I said, there's just going to be that presence of they could either be mediocre. They're not going to be terrible. They're going to make the playoffs. They could go 9-7, and with the added playoff team in each conference, they're going to make the playoffs. But I just find it hard for them to be excellent, quote unquote, an elite team. And I think it was Nick Wright. Nick Wright on ESPN said the Ravens are going to go 16-0. After the 2018 season, last year they said the Bears were. He's the same guy that after the Bears had that good 2018 season, he said the Bears were going to go 16-0. Last year after Patrick Mahomes' good season, he said last year they were going to go 16-0. He's just dumb. He shouldn't be speaking on ESPN. So don't expect them to go anywhere near a 16-0 perfect record, because anytime I think it's Nick Wright says anything, it is the complete opposite happens. He also said, along with Jay Glazer, that the Broncos were going to go 3-6 or 3-13 last year, and where they go 7-9. But yeah, I'm excited to watch the Baltimore Ravens as a non-Ravens fan, a non-Browns fan. As a Cowboys fan, I'm excited to watch a good offense and watch Lamar Jackson dominate the league. But the team itself, I just do not find.